Experts reveal where Tyson Fury falls short against Usyk.
Focus. If you lose concentration against Oleksandr Usyk, it is a disaster.
It's called the Ring of Fire.
For Usyk, I feel he needs to maintain that desire, that effort throughout the fight.
His adjustments are going to have to be intelligence and game plan, and sticking to it. He needs to have the discipline to see it through the entire 12 rounds.
I think Oleksandr Usyk will win again.
Fury has the ability to dig deep.
I really think Usyk is unbeatable.
That desire, that effort throughout the fight.
If Fury comes out aggressively, no problem. That's Usyk's cup of tea. If Fury fights defensively, Usyk can do what he did again, which is back him up and be physical.
In a highly anticipated rematch, Tyson Fury will face Oleksandr Usyk on December 21st in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, with the WBA, WBC, and WBO heavyweight titles up for grabs. As the two giants prepare for their second clash, experts are weighing in on where Tyson Fury falls short against Usyk. With the odds stacked against him, can Fury turn the tables and claim victory this time? As the fight approaches, pros and pundits alike are weighing in on Tyson Fury's preparation for his rematch with Oleksandr Usyk. Derek Chisora has raised concerns about Tyson Fury's training as he prepares for his rematch with Oleksandr Usyk.
Do I believe Tyson can beat you, Alexander? I look at everybody he's got in his sparring camp. I personally don't believe that you can actually. The sparring partners he's got right now, they're pushing him to be menace. You know, they are in awe of Tyson. You know, they will pull their punches when they're sparring. You know, this is what I'm seeing from the things I see on Instagram, so.
Chisora, speaking to Second Sout, believes that Fury might be taking it too easy in sparring, pointing out that his current sparring partners aren't pushing him hard enough. They're in awe of Tyson, Chisora said, suggesting that this lack of intensity could hurt Fury's readiness for the fight.
I mean, what I see what Alexander's doing is totally different to what, because I think Alexander's way is more like start fast and finish fast. He knows he can hurt him now.
Chisora went on to emphasize that Usyk, who defeated Fury in their first encounter in May, will likely approach the rematch with a fast, aggressive style. Chisora mentioned that Oleksandr tends to start and finish the fight quickly. With Usyk now knowing that he can hurt Fury, he'll be aiming to keep up the pressure throughout the fight.
I would love Tyson to win, but right now those odds are not looking great.
While Chisora expressed his hope for a Fury win, he admitted that the current odds don't look in his favor based on what he's seen from the training footage. Derek Chisora isn't the only one with concerns about Tyson Fury's preparation for his rematch with Oleksandr Usyk. Anthony Joshua's promoter Eddie Hearn has also shared his doubts about Fury's chances. While Hearn supports Fury and hopes to see him win, especially to set up a future clash with Joshua, he believes Usyk holds the advantage heading into the fight.
So I do feel like Tyson has got to be more aggressive in the fight. But then that's actually going to suit Oleksandr Usyk as well. So the answer is I have no idea in the way to beat him. But Tyson Fury is a very smart fighter. You know, Tyson Fury has got smart people in the corner, but also from an IQ level of boxing, he's right up there. But unfortunately, so is Oleksandr Usyk. And my money, especially when he's won the first fight, would always be on Oleksandr Usyk. But my heart wants to see a Tyson Fury win.
In an interview with IFL TV, Hearn acknowledged that Fury is an incredibly smart fighter with a high boxing IQ, making him a tough opponent for anyone. However, he also stressed that Usyk is just as intelligent and has already proven his ability to defeat Fury in their first encounter. Hearn's analysis highlights the skill level of both fighters, suggesting that Fury will need to be at his best to overcome the challenge Usyk presents.
Not just because he's British, not just because I want to set up the AJ, but I like Spencer and the guys. I'd love to see him do it. But I do see him as the underdog in this fight.
Despite his loyalty to Fury, Hearn admitted that he sees the British champion as the underdog in this rematch. Hearn stated that given Usyk's victory in the first fight, he would always place his bet on Usyk. He made it clear that while he wants Fury to win for personal reasons, Usyk's victory in the first bout makes him the favorite going into the second showdown. Mike Tyson has advised Tyson Fury to approach his rematch with Oleksandr Usyk with full focus and seriousness. The legendary New Yorker, who respects both fighters, believes that Fury needs to be more committed if he hopes to avenge his loss to Usyk.
Hey, listen, Usyk surprised everybody. I think Tyson Fury played around too much. I think he needs to be fighting serious, and hopefully we have a different result.
Speaking to TalkSport, Tyson pointed out that Usyk's victory in their first fight took many by surprise, suggesting that Fury may have underestimated his opponent. Tyson mentioned that Usyk surprised everyone and that he believed Tyson Fury had played around too much. Tyson urged Fury to stay focused and treat every fight with the seriousness it deserves. "I think he needs to be taking fights serious, and hopefully he'll get a different result," he added, stressing that a more determined approach could lead to a better outcome in the rematch. The British and Commonwealth heavyweight champion, who has sparred with both Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk, is confident in predicting the outcome of their upcoming rematch. With his first-hand experience in the ring with both fighters, Fabio Wardley feels that the fight will unfold similarly to their first encounter. According to the champion, Usyk will likely come into the rematch with the same focused and determined approach that has worked for him in the past. He believes Usyk will enter the fight with the same mindset he brings to all his bouts: focused, direct, and precise, never missing a beat. This consistency in Usyk's style and mentality is one of the reasons he believes the Ukrainian will have the edge once again. While the champion acknowledged that Fury might claim various excuses, such as not being in the best shape or not having an ideal camp, he isn't convinced that it will make a significant difference in the outcome. He suggested that Fury might argue his camp wasn't ideal or that he wasn't in the best condition before the fight. He pointed out that these types of excuses are often used after a loss. Still, he hinted that the loss could be a turning point for Fury, motivating him to train harder and come back stronger. However, despite these potential adjustments from Fury, the champion remains doubtful about a different outcome. He said that perhaps the loss was what Fury needed to fully commit, and that he might come out with a different approach this time. But when it comes down to it, he still believes the fight will go pretty much the same way as the first, with Usyk emerging victorious once again.
So it was close. Thought it could have been a draw, but no arguments with Usyk getting the decision.
Andy Lee, Tyson Fury's coach, believes a lack of proper sparring before the first bout with Oleksandr Usyk significantly impacted Fury's performance. According to Lee, Fury suffered a cut above his right eye before their original fight date, leading to a rescheduling. This injury disrupted Fury's training and could explain why he struggled during the bout. Lee told TalkSport that it was a close fight and he thought it could have ended in a draw.
But fights are, they're won and lost in the ring, but they're also won and lost in the training and the preparation. And because of the rearranged, rescheduled fight, due to a cut, Tyson couldn't spar in the camp. Well, the conditioning, and the sharpness and your ability to concentrate and stay ready and sustain attacks. When Tyson would have success in the fight, he would have to ease off and back away and look to rest and build up his energy again before mounting the next attack. And in the meantime, it encouraged Usyk to come forward and encouraged and gave him the emphasis to go forward. You know what I mean? Gave him the encouragement to take it now, because I'm breaking a break.
Lee emphasized the importance of preparation in boxing, noting how the inability to spar affected Fury's conditioning and sharpness. He said that fights are not only won and lost in the ring, but also in the training and preparation leading up to them. He pointed out that the lack of sparring diminished Fury's stamina and focus, forcing him to back off during exchanges. These gaps allowed Usyk to press forward, taking advantage of Fury's need to conserve energy. Lee added that it encouraged Usyk to step forward and gave him the motivation to take control, as Fury was taking a break. Roy Jones Jr., the legendary four-weight champion, has offered Tyson Fury crucial advice ahead of his highly anticipated rematch with Oleksandr Usyk. After Fury's loss in May during their undisputed title clash, Jones Jr. pinpointed a strategic flaw in Fury's approach. He believes Fury gave Usyk too much space, which allowed the Ukrainian to gain confidence and control the fight.
Well, it's a very tough predicament for both of them. You never really can tell how things are going to shape out. But what I do understand is that, to me, Fury is one of the best guys at coming back and making adjustments. And I think he pretty much does most of it himself, because he's a very smart fighter. That's why back 8 years ago I told him, if you get your mind together, you can beat most of those heavyweights out there.
Jones Jr. emphasized Fury's ability to adapt, calling him one of the best in the heavyweight division at making adjustments. Reflecting on Fury's past performances, Jones Jr. praised his dominant strategy against Deontay Wilder, where he backed Wilder up to exploit his vulnerabilities. However, he criticized Fury for not applying the same pressure on Usyk. Jones Jr. noted that Usyk is a small guy, and when you back off from him, it only boosts his confidence.
So now the second fight is going to be much tougher, because Usyk now knows in his head, because going in the first fight, he didn't know that he could put Fury down. Now he knows that he can put Fury down. Could work for him, could work against him. Because if he goes out there and strictly try to put Fury down, Fury will definitely beat him. But if he goes out there and beats the normal, methodical Usyk, who is very smart, very methodical in everything he does, he'll beat Fury again.
The first bout demonstrated Usyk's ability to outmaneuver Fury, but Jones Jr. believes the rematch hinges on Fury's willingness to shift his tactics. If Fury can assert himself and dictate the pace, he might reclaim his title. However, if Usyk maintains his methodical approach and capitalizes on Fury's mistakes, a repeat victory seems likely. The rematch promises to be a fascinating battle of strategies, with both fighters looking to prove their dominance in the heavyweight division. Duke McKenzie, the first British fighter to claim world titles across 3 weight classes, has delivered a stark warning to Tyson Fury about his rumored weight gain strategy ahead of his rematch with Oleksandr Usyk.
Everybody knows he's not a great liver. He doesn't live, eat, walk, talk the sport. You know, you're supposed to. In between fights is where fights are won and lost. But we know Fury blows up, puts on a load of weight between fights, and then he's got to get rid of all that weight again. Now, they're trying to tell us that Fury's going to be bigger and better. Bigger and better isn't going to beat Usyk. Right. It's really not.
Speaking on the Talk Boxing podcast, McKenzie suggested that adding bulk to Fury's already towering frame could spell disaster against an opponent as agile and technically skilled as Usyk. McKenzie remarked that being bigger and stronger won't beat Usyk, emphasizing the risks of sacrificing speed and unpredictability for sheer power.
If he puts on more weight and tries to think, well, you know what, I'm going to bully Usyk this time, I'm going to go in, I'm going to walk him down, I'll be able to take the shot because I'm that much bigger, it's not going to work for him. It's just not. He's going to be slow, he's going to be more predictable, and he's going to get hit more and a lot sooner.
McKenzie critiqued Fury's preparation habits, pointing to his pattern of gaining excessive weight between fights, which he then sheds during training camps. He argued that this yo-yo approach leaves Fury vulnerable. McKenzie emphasized the importance of consistent discipline. He dismissed the idea that a heavier Fury would be able to dominate Usyk through sheer physicality, warning that such a strategy would likely backfire. Instead of intimidating Usyk, McKenzie believes that added weight will only make Fury slower and easier to target. He described Usyk as a fighter who thrives on precision, speed, and adaptability, attributes that could be magnified against a less mobile Fury. McKenzie predicted that Fury will get hit more and much sooner in the rematch. Andy Lee also discussed Tyson Fury's preparation for the upcoming rematch with Oleksandr Usyk, emphasizing the importance of fitness and a strong training camp.
What does he need to change, Andy, going into this rematch? What does he need to do more of? What does he need to do to be better?
He needs to be fitter, more sparring. He didn't have any sparring due to a cut. He just needs to be fitter, and that will make a big difference.
According to Lee, Fury needs to focus on being fitter, highlighting that the heavyweight champ didn't have enough sparring due to a cut in the lead-up to their first fight. Lee explained that Fury needs to be fitter, with more sparring. He added that a full training camp would help Fury sharpen his skills and reach peak condition. Lee believes this improvement will make a significant difference in the rematch. Adam Smith has offered a different viewpoint regarding Tyson Fury's weight ahead of his rematch with Oleksandr Usyk. While some have raised concerns about the potential risks of Fury gaining extra weight, Smith believes that utilizing his size advantage could be the key to securing a victory this time.
So that's good. I've spoken to Sugar Hill and Spencer. I want to try and get Tyson on the phone the next couple of days, see how he's doing. But I've heard he's put on good weight and he's looking really good in camp. So I expect him to come in a bit heavier. I think he's got to try and use his size advantage. He can't be playing around like he did last time. But then I thought Usyk boxed.
After speaking with key members of Fury's camp, including Sugar Hill Stewart and Spencer, Smith revealed that Fury had put on good weight and looked strong in camp. He expects Fury to come in a bit heavier for the rematch. Rather than seeing the added weight as a disadvantage, Smith feels it could work to Fury's favor, especially when it comes to using his size advantage against the smaller Usyk. He emphasized that Fury must avoid making the same mistakes as last time, noting that he needs to use his size more effectively. Smith's advice underscores a need for Fury to adopt a more imposing, aggressive approach in the rematch. By utilizing his larger frame to pressure Usyk, Fury could potentially neutralize the Ukrainian's speed and agility, which were key factors in Usyk's success in their first meeting. Bill Haney, father of renowned boxer Devin Haney, has shared his thoughts on the highly anticipated rematch between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk, set for December 21st at the Kingdom Arena. During an appearance on DJ Vlad's podcast, Haney expressed admiration for Usyk's skills, stating that the Ukrainian has made him a true believer in his abilities.
Man, I didn't think Usyk was going to do Fury like he did him. You know, so Usyk has made me a believer.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's made me a believer. I think that he'll upstage Fury again.
Oh, so you think it's going to be 2-0?
It'll be 2-0.
Reflecting on the first fight between Fury and Usyk, Haney admitted that he didn't expect Usyk to dominate Fury the way he did. He confidently predicted that Usyk would win again in the rematch, envisioning a 2-0 scoreline in Usyk's favor.
No, he's a fighter. He comes from a fighter family.
Yeah.
You know, his dad, a mastermind. within himself. So I expect a fight now. I expect Tyson to come. He's gonna come ready, but I think Usyk will upstage him.
Jay Opetaia, a seasoned sparring partner for Tyson Fury, has weighed in on the swirling debate about potential changes to Fury's corner following his loss to Oleksandr Usyk. Key figures in boxing, including Fury's father, John Fury, and coach Andy Lee, were seen giving advice during rounds, sparking conversations about whether a shakeup is needed in Fury's team. However, Opetaia believes such a move could be counterproductive.
Oh man, everyone's fucking always wants to point the finger at someone when something goes wrong, oh, it's the corner's fault, or it's his fault, mate. It is what it is, you lost the fight, go back to the gym and you go back to the drawing board and get better as a team. You keep changing your team just because something goes wrong. That's fucking stupid in my eyes.
Speaking to Seconds Out, Opetaia dismissed the tendency to assign blame when things go awry. According to him, losing a fight should be seen as a learning opportunity for the whole team. He argued that constantly changing the team after a loss is illogical, suggesting that the focus should instead be on improving together in the gym.
Obviously you got to make the right and correct the certain things, and if something's not working in the team, but if they believe they're a good team, we can't just sit out here from the outside and go, oh, he's having the same corner. Like, we know. You don't know. You ain't been in their camp. Nobody's been in their camp. Nobody's a part of their team. You only see what you want to see or hear what they want you to hear. So
he also highlighted the importance of continuity and trust within the existing team, pointing out that outsiders do not fully understand the inner workings of Fury's camp. Opetaia noted that people can only see what's presented to them and hear what is shared, underscoring that they cannot judge the dynamics of the team from the outside.
I'm looking forward to this rematch. I feel like even what he was saying, how he thought he was ahead and he was getting too comfortable in there, like, maybe he can go a bit deeper. Maybe he can push himself a bit further. So, I'm excited to see it. It was a good fight, the last one, so the second one should be better.
Despite Fury's loss, Opetaia remains excited for the rematch, confident that Fury can push himself further in the second bout. Reflecting on Fury's own post-fight thoughts, Opetaia acknowledged that Fury might have gotten too comfortable and believed he was ahead. He expressed his belief that Fury can correct these mistakes and anticipates an even more intense contest in the rematch, suggesting that the second fight should be even better than the first. Mark Tibbs shared his thoughts on the upcoming rematch between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk, highlighting the contrasting mindsets of the two fighters.
It'd be natural for Usyk to be the more confident guy, as in, he feels he's got Tyson's number, and he's done it before, he can do it again.
Tibbs acknowledged that Usyk would naturally feel more confident heading into the rematch, considering he had already defeated Fury in their first encounter. He emphasized that Usyk would likely feel he has Fury's number, which would add a psychological advantage to his preparations for the fight.
Tyson, on the other hand, is had an unblemished record and has been beat by that man. He has to raise his game to make it a convincing win, in my opinion, in order to get the win over Usyk, and that'd be great, wouldn't it? Both got unblemished cards, but one-on-one, if it comes off, if you know what I mean.
On the other hand, Tibbs pointed out the challenge Fury faces after suffering his first loss in years. He noted that Fury had an undefeated record until being beaten by Usyk, which means he now has to raise his game to secure a convincing victory. Tibbs stressed that for Fury to win, he must make adjustments and come back stronger, as a more decisive win would help validate his undefeated status.
So Fury dealing with defeat, do you think it'll work in an even more positive way where we could see a better Fury?
Yeah, it should do. It's natural. It's a natural way of thinking that he will wanna. He's always been a winner. Tyson. He's always been a winner. He didn't want to lose against Tyson. He's just made a few mistakes, and I'm sure he brushed up on them mistakes.
When asked about how Fury would handle the defeat mentally, Tibbs expressed optimism. He believed that Fury's competitive spirit and desire to win would likely drive him to address the mistakes from their first fight. Tibbs was confident that Fury, known for his resilience, would use the loss as motivation to improve and ensure he's fully prepared for the rematch. The rematch between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk promises to be a defining moment for both fighters. For Usyk, it's an opportunity to cement his dominance and prove that his victory in their first encounter was no fluke. For Fury, it's a chance chance to reclaim his standing as an undefeated heavyweight champion and showcase the resilience that has defined his storied career. Both men have a lot at stake, and their adjustments, both mental and physical, will determine the outcome. As the countdown to December 21st continues, fans and experts alike are eagerly anticipating a showdown that could reshape the landscape of heavyweight boxing. Will Usyk's precision and confidence reign supreme, or will Fury's size, skill, and determination prove too much for the Ukrainian? Stay tuned for more updates and share your thoughts with us.